Remote key battery weak. Service overdue. Neighbours are going to be fuming. I don't like to ride off immediately because I like the oil temperature just to come up a tad. Cool function on this S1000R is it will give you an indication as to where you can rev to based off the temperature of the oil in the engine. So in this instance we're just below 6,000 RPM. The neighbours are actually very lucky that I don't have the cold start feature on this bike, because thanks to BHP UK who have tuned this bike. Oh, look who it is. Hello.
I'm right home.
Why?
I hired the bike.
Oh, did you? You want to say goodbye? Hey, hello, little beautiful boy.
When are you going to be home?
20 past 4.
You having dinner?
Yeah.
Do you want meatballs?
Yeah. Right, love you, bye. Little bit of a spin there, boy. So I wanted to do something a little bit different on my channel and go back to some of my roots and give you a MotoVlog. Chat about a few things, you know, get a few things off my chest. And it's supposed to be the warmest day of the year, but typical rain clouds above me. I've hardly ridden this bike this year, and now I'm trying to find any excuse to ride it. I'd usually be in the car, but since it's supposedly the warmest day of the year, I thought, oh, that would be a good idea to get the bike on the go. And I will talk about what I do for a day job in a short moment. A lot of you do wonder, a lot of you ask me. Some assume that actually I do YouTube full time, but that actually isn't the case. So an interesting observation for some of you, this engine has been running now for the best part of 5 minutes, and the red line to let me know where I can rev this bike to has only just got to below 10,000 RPM, which, so yeah, it takes a while for your bike to properly warm up. So bear that in mind the next time you ride it. You know, some say cruise control is pointless on a motorcycle, but I actually love it. When you ride a bike without cruise control, you sort of then miss it. When you don't have it, you think, what's the point? Then when you have it, you think, man, how did I do without having cruise control? I do want to talk about how I'm feeling. Firstly, I want to say that I'm sort of struggling at the moment. Not for content ideas, but more so just the motivation to keep going, because on top of my day job, I'm trying to repair bikes of an evening and of a weekend. I then have to structure my content, I have to then edit the content, I have to deal with sponsored collaborations, I have to do logistics like ordering parts, tools, you name it. And then of course everything goes wrong on my channel. It never goes smoothly. So I do appreciate it. This is the thing, I actually appreciate what I have, and sometimes I do forget where I've come from to what I am doing now. It's crazy that I've got my own workshop. And the other thing I want to talk about is the actual sort of influencer space or content creation. I like to be classed as a content creator, not a influencer, but I feel like in the motorcycle world, I don't know why, I feel a little bit let down by other content creators. Oh, that's embarrassing. Sometimes the clutch can be a little bit snatchy on this bike. Not making excuses. It's an amazing clutch. You can really abuse it. But then when you're trying to ride it around town, it is a tad snatchy. But can't have everything. So yeah, I just want to say how disappointed I am with other content creators, and I'm not going to name them, but from time to time drop comments on these other moto vloggers, review channels, all the names that you would most likely have heard of, and they will sometimes reply to my comments, but they don't subscribe to me, they don't follow me. Yeah, I subscribe to them, follow them, and I would love to collaborate with other YouTube channels in the future. Go on their channels, they can come on mine, all that good stuff. But I'm just not going to do it. I'm not gonna reach out. If these other channels decide that they don't want to follow me or comment on my videos, then I'm going to take that as a hint, and I'm just going to carry on doing my own thing. Should maybe be riding this through the town centre on road mode rather than dynamic mode, because listen to it, it's popping and farting. I love that about this bike, absolutely love it. Oh, some guy in a chavved up Focus behind me revving it as well. Oh, I love that sound, absolutely love it. See, it's not too obnoxious really, given that it's got a full system on it from Black Widow. And the quick shifter on this bike is the best quick shifter I've ever had the pleasure of operating on a bike. It's never at fault. Absolutely love it. You can just use it whenever you want, all the time, any rev range. It's so well programmed in. Oh, what a beast. Go on then, mate, go on, give it some, go on. Oh, you're fast, boy. And then future plans for Bikes of Rye. Where are we going? A lot of you do always ask me, you know, why am I building such cheap old bikes that aren't exactly that interesting? Well, I find them interesting. When I see something like the CB250 Super Dream, all rusty, with a top box on it, and the tax disc 1986, I find that interesting and I want to save it. But of course, in the future, I want to be rebuilding much more expensive machinery. You name it, I want to rebuild it. Anything, everything and anything. And of course I just want to try and give away as many bikes as possible, which I want to remind you, if you haven't done so and you'd like to contribute to Bikes of Rye, you can do so via my Patreon. I've already given a Honda Blackbird away. That bike cost me, what was it, £4,000 if I remember correctly, £4,000 rebuild. I gave it away to somebody who was paying me either a £5 a month or a £10 a month, and I think that's quite fair. There's not many other channels out there. Actually, there is, I don't believe, one other YouTube channel in the UK, in the motorcycle world, who is giving away motorcycles to their Patreon supporters. So please consider it, and you know, any support I get is ever so much appreciated. It means the world to me, and it means I can grow as a channel. I can get more tools, more bikes, do more crazy things, make more mistakes. But then what do I do as a day job? You want to know, don't you? Now, I have spoken about this on a very old Q&A. So if you don't know where I am just yet, then let me tell you, I'm in Luton. There's a guess to what I potentially do as a day job, and I'm heading towards the airport. Yes, I work in aviation. I'm not going to name the company I work for, but what do I do? Well, I basically plan where our planes fly to, at what times of the day, and I try and figure out, you know, the best time of day for that specific route, try and make sure it all works, make sure it all is legal to operate, the airports can handle us, the crew can operate it. It's a very detailed job, and I've been in aviation since the age of 18. So yeah, bit of a bonus video for the channel, bit different, wanted to share a few things, feel a lot better for it. Anyway, I'm at work now. Thanks for watching, subscribe, goodbye.